Sagittarius, welcome to the Renaissance Tarot. Welcome to your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy. I hope that you're doing well. My cutie patootie looking all this so good. So today, dear Sagittarius, I'm going to be doing your reading from November 3rd to the 9th. And in this reading, I'm going to take a look at your recent past, present, and future. I'm going to clarify the main challenge, get some final advice for you. Sagittarius, I would like to express my gratitude to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. I am your fellow fire sign, Leo. I'm here to serve and to slay. So let's get into your reading and see what's going on, dear Sagittarius. These are general readings. Of course, may not resonate. It may. Let's see what's going on for my Sagittarius. Okay, so your challenge, dear Sagittarius, from November 3rd to the 9th is the Ten of Swords. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Seven of Cups. So Sagittarius, a lot is happening, honestly, right? What's not happening for Sagittarius? I feel like that in the upcoming week here and your energy is like, there is some sort of a betrayal, okay, that you're experiencing, some sort of a painful ending. Something must have ended between you and someone else very painfully. Possibly some of you are dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. You know, there is a lot of bubbled up emotions and feelings that may be also resurfacing due to the Mercury retrograde and a lot of triggers. So Ten of Swords here is like almost wanting to give up on a situation. We're going to clarify this and see why this is your challenge in a moment. In the recent past, you have the World, the Hermit, and the Ace of Swords. Yeah. So a lot of you ended something here with someone with the World card here. Definitely a situation came to an end. And when this situation ended between you and them, dear Sagittarius, you embarked onto spiritual journey. I would say though also with the Hermit, I'm sensing some sort of a depression for many of you, okay, in the recent past. Loneliness, isolation, being just by yourself. And this is not typical of a Sagittarius energy. You know what I mean? You tend to be very outgoing, social, out there, very optimistic, very positive. You're a very positive energy, positive sign. So I feel like that whatever ended between you and this person could have ended with one of those four fixed signs: Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio. And whatever ended between you and them was very painful. And it kind of put you into this hermit mode where you had to kind of be in isolation. And when you were in isolation, when you were just by yourself with the Ace of Swords, there was some sort of truth that was revealed to you, or you came to some sort of a realization. We're going to get back to this and clarify shortly. In the present moment, you have the Four of Swords, the Eight of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. A lot of you are definitely healing right now. There is a major healing theme happening. You can see the Four of Swords is an indication of someone that's kind of in isolation, healing, and you don't quite see like the future of what's coming out when it comes to this situation. But I do see here you grounding yourself, right? With the Queen of Pentacles, it's all about stability, financial success, financial situation here improving. We're going to clarify this shortly, but there is something that might be blocking your way and you need to be aware of that. In the near future, you have the King of Swords, the Moon, and the Two of Swords. Could be dealing with the Cancer or Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. So in the near future, especially as we're approaching to the full moon, which is going to be in Taurus, there is definitely a strong realization about a decision that you need to make. Which path do you want to take when it comes to this person? And you know, the full moon in Taurus is also an encouragement for us to really reevaluate certain circumstances, situations, and also be able to see our worth and our value. Okay, so a lot of you could be faced with some sort of a difficult conversation that you will need to take, or some things with the moon here. As you can see, there is a crayfish coming out of the water. That indicates things might be coming up from your past or from your subconscious mind to deal with. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck is the Seven of Cups. There is a lot of things that you are going to be dealing with, and the Empress is here. So something here about motherhood, divine feminine energy. Many of you might be wanting to get married, might be wanting to have children, but is this the right person? Right? You're asking, is this the right person that I could see myself settling down with? So let's get into your reading and get clarity and see what do you need to know, dear Sagittarius. Okay, so 10 of Swords, what's happening for my Sagittarius? So I'm going to clarify your challenge, dear Sagittarius, and while I'm doing this, I want to say that I am sending every one of you a big Armenian quadruple Leo hugs. Hopefully that you're gonna get better. I'm sure you're gonna get through this, but the 10 of Swords here kind of concern me of what's going on. Clarified by the 2 of Pentacles, the 9 of Cups, and the Devil. Okay, so for a lot of you, I feel like you kind of go back and forth when it comes to this situation. Even though you're in the middle of pain, for some of you could be involved in a situation where there is a third party that's very concerning you, but something here is not healthy, okay, with the Devil here. Something here is unhealthy, toxic, and you're wanting to protect your peace, your happiness with the 9 of Cups. You want to really kind of pull your energy to yourself from everyone around you and from everything. And with at the same time, with the 2 of Pentacles, you're kind of contemplating and going back and forth when it comes to your commitment to this situation or to this person. I feel like it is a romantic connection here. It was a very bad fallout that you had with someone from the past. And it's for someone like you, Sagittarius, because you can be very loyal and very devoted, to be kind of like stabbed in the back and experience that kind of a painful ending, it can be very disappointing, and you might try to see if you can give another pass or not, right? Also contemplating if there is going to be a reconciliation here with the Ace of Wands and the 3 of Cups. Is there going to be a reconciliation? Are we going to be together? So you're asking a lot of those questions, but I don't see you quite really initiating anything yet, because there is a lot that you are processing in the present moment for you that has happened with this person. Someone here could have some addictions, compulsive behavior, could be drinking, smoking, anything that might be kind of in the way with the Devil, Capricorn energy, that's very unhealthy. So let's talk about the recent past. Some sort of a cycle ended between you and this person with the World. Okay, a situation ended between you and them. So the World is clarified by the 3 of Cups, the 9 of Cups, and the 8 of Wands, and the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. I feel like some sort of a third-party situation. As you can see, the 9 of Wands is headed towards the other way, right? I feel like whoever you were dealing with, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, someone here chose to walk away from you in the past and go towards a completely different direction. Maybe this person received some sort of news or something kind of caught their attention and they were gravitated towards that and they moved towards that direction. Okay, situation here ended. So someone here walked out of a relationship, walked out of a connection. I think it's very clear right now. Let's talk about the Hermit. I think this also might have happened kind of like out of nowhere and very unexpectedly. I do get this sense of here like messages going on between your person and someone else that might have kind of taken out of this relationship. So could have dealt with the Virgo as well. So the Hermit here is a lot of you felt very lonely in the past. Clarified by the 4 of Cups, the Strength card here, and the Wheel of Fortune. So for many of you, I do strongly feel like here it took a lot of strength for you to really go through this loneliness, right? It took a lot of strength for you to go through this isolation. I will say also that Sagittarius, someone like you that's very energetic, very magnetic, very attractive, you are very attractive. And I think that you might have had offers coming in towards your way, but you might have rejected these people and say, you know what, I'm like in the middle of something, or I'm processing a lot of the things here, right? You were still kind of trying to really overcome these emotions from the past that happened. Someone here in the past deeply disappointed you and made you feel a certain way, okay, because of a rejection, because of just their behavior here. Okay, so, but this was a turning point for you, Sagittarius. Wheel of Fortune is telling me that you still, according to your positive and optimistic nature, you were still able to see the good side of the story, the positive side of the story, that it was leading you to somewhere better. Okay, so you gain some sort of clarity with the Ace of Swords in the past. Ace of Swords is clarified by the 10 of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the 10 of Wands. For many of you, this situation that ended, again, as you can see, it's a double confirmation. Just want to show that. This is your challenge, by the way. As you can see, I'm using 2 different decks, but right. So this situation that ended, it actually brought more grounding into your life, and it really propelled you forward to pursue your goals, your career, your financial success. What makes you happy, Sagittarius? What do you want to achieve in life, right? A lot of you said, you know what, I don't want to carry these burdens from the past. I don't want to take all of these responsibilities on me. I'm gaining clarity that I need to focus on myself. Okay, so, and that's a very power move here. I think instead of just getting stuck on it, you decided to do something good for you because you're a Sagittarius, the centaur, half horse, half human. You're meant to go to places. And, I always say this, it takes higher level of intelligence for that sign to build the arch, the arch and, how do you say that? Oh my gosh, I forgot that. Arch and arrow. You know what I mean, right? It takes who gave you the weapon? You build it. You went around, you looked for it, you build it. That's the history. So with the Four of Swords in the present moment, definitely you might be feeling kind of disconnected from a lot of people in your life. You're kind of like, I'm protecting my peace. I'm doing what makes me happy. I want to focus on myself. So the Four of Swords is clarified by the Moon, the Three of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. I think you are very clear on your boundaries right now. A lot of you also with the Moon and the Three of Pentacles, it's not that you would not want to rebuild this connection back with this person, make something cute, work with them, but you have a lot of anxiety with the Moon. The Moon here talks about our doubts, our fears. Something here is concerning you, Sagittarius. Something here is making you feel it's not the right time to invest into it, and I'm not really sure. A lot of you are also realizing that you would not want to settle for a connection or a situation where maybe there is breadcrumbing or there is not an equal give and take exchange energy. You want to make sure you are investing your resources into the right direction, into the right situation. So in the present moment, Eight of Swords, you're trying to see something even more clearly. I'm saying even more clearly because there is a reason why. Okay, you're trying to get more insights, and information. So the Eight of Swords is clarified by the Page of Swords, the Hierophant, and the Justice. Some of you are dealing with the Libra, Taurus here, Aquarius. Definitely commitment and marriage is what's on your mind, right? Is this person going to marry me? Is this person going to commit to me? Are we really going to be on the same page or not? And that comes down to having this clarity, having this conversation. For many of you, I do strongly feel like here that what's important for you, it really comes down to you understanding that, you and this person need to be able to commit to one another, right? If there is a lack of commitment, if someone here is not being on the same page, why are you committing yourself to them? Why are you putting all your eggs in one basket where you can allow yourself to focus on your career, on your money, explore another opportunity here, right? Explore another job, go to places, meet new people. I'm not saying you don't like this person, you don't want to be with them. I do feel like here the love is strong, but because you have been stuck way too many times and you have had these experiences in the past, you don't want to end up in the same place again. Okay, so especially your birthday month is literally November, December. So major shifts that you're looking into, like New Year's resolutions. So the Queen of Pentacles is clarified by the Seven of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Empress. A lot of you, out of all this confusion, you're really realizing that the best thing that a Sagittarius can do right now is to focus on themselves, is to nurture themselves. The Empress is here, okay? Focus on your own healing, on your own journey, what makes you happy, what makes you feel more satisfied and completed, because you cannot be pulled by way too many directions, by way too many people from left and right. Your main focus and priority is going to be focusing on yourself. And it's so much better to do that, so much better to regulate your nervous system, meditate, and focus on you, Sagittarius, rather than just be pulled by way too many directions. Somebody wants this from you, somebody wants that from you. And you're a great friend and you're a great person, for your family members, for people. So you don't hesitate to help people and drop everything you're doing and go support them. But you really are going to need to redirect all of that energy towards yourself because you have been depleted real bad in the past. Okay, so in the near future, King of Swords, the Moon, clarity, period, point blank period. Definitely Major clarity coming in for you, okay? Something here is going to be eliminated. We are also having the full moon in Taurus, and I think this has a lot to do with your understanding and with your realization. What are you really worth to someone else, right? How much do they value you? How much grace are they going to give you? So the King of Swords in the near future is clarified by the Five of Swords, the Hermit, and the King of Cups. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, Virgo energy, very strong. You know, yes, there is a conflict and there is also a solution, right? There is a problem, there is a solution, always. So for many of you, I feel like that in the near future, you're going to need to eliminate some sort of a unfinished business or conversation that maybe ended very badly between you and someone else, and see how much compassion is there left. The compassion is the King of Cups between you and this person. You know, how much compassion is there left, grace is left there for you and them to really move forward. Because if there was a conflict and some sort of an issue that actually came up between you and this person, this is also allowing you, with the Hermit holding the lantern, to eliminate what is the cause of this issue. What is the trigger? What do we need to work on? How can we proceed forward, right? Especially if there is children involved in the situation, if you have been married with this person before, or if they come with children, like that's something that you're going to be really taking into consideration. It doesn't have to be for everyone's story, but the moon here in the near future, something is going to be eliminated for you, and you're going to finalize your decision. The moon is clarified by the Ten of Cups, the Four of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, like I said, partnership, relationship, okay, soul connection here, and like I said, maybe there is also children involved in here as well. So you have the Ten of Cups, the Four of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. In this healing journey that you have been going through, Sagittarius, you have reevaluated your worth, your value. You don't want to settle for less. I think what's going to become very clear is that you're going to make this person, like, remind them again and make it very final that this is what you're looking for. You're looking for a house, for a mega home, for a commitment and a strong relationship between you and them. Relationship that is based and built on stability, that is built on trust, that you and this person are able to move forward and build some sort of a powerful empire together. Otherwise, you have the Two of Swords. You can go either this way or the other way. You have choices here. You have a very important decision to make. I'm also getting curious, some of you are going to see with the moon some sort of a powerful dream, okay, very vivid dream. Something is going to be revealed to you, Sagittarius, in your dream that's going to make you realize something, that's going to make you finalize your decision here, right? You know, you see the Two of Swords is like there is a new moon, and there is a difference between the moon and the Two of Swords. Symbolically speaking, dear Sagittarius, there is a new moon, and that's the full moon. So the full moon illuminates. The full moon really allows us to see the things that we need to see. Under the new moon, you're going to need to trust your intuition completely, because not everything is going to be all unicorns and rainbows and crystal clear. So, and that's why, it's seeing this situation from a different perspective with the Hangman. So let's clarify the Two of Swords for you, Sagittarius. Very interesting reading, by the way. So it is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Star. Strong Aquarius energy, and the World. The first card that also I got out for you at the bottom of the deck. So it's a cycle you're closing up with this person, and maybe giving it another chance, because our journey and our life is consistent from the Fool to the World. And all of these are major arcana, major events, right? And if we learn the lesson, we come back around and we do it better this time. And we don't have to repeat the same mistakes and the same patterns. So for a lot of you, this decision is very much strongly tied up to giving this situation another chance, wanting to work it out and seeing the best outcome. The Star, Aquarius energy, very strong Aquarius energy that you are dealing with, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, Venus, whatever it might be. I feel like that a lot of you are going to give this situation a go and wanting to work it out. However, there is money here involved. Some of you could still remain independent, say, you know what, I'm doing my own thing, I'm making my own money, I'm bringing my own thing, until they also come equally as you. There's something about that. you know, you seem to be also improving your financial situation very soon as well. Okay, so that's another thing that's increasing, that's going to be as an opportunity for you. Now, what is this painful situation teaching you before I get into the healing? This is really allowing you to see what are the emotions and the feelings that you were going to be dealing with. Because a lot of times when we heal, when we move on, when we really elevate and raise our frequency and vibration, we may say, you know what, like I wish this person the best, but I'm ready to move on to something different. I'm just saying, like that's something, because you have free will. Everyone has free will, right? We cannot manipulate anyone's free will or any situation. So it's going to be important for you to identify out of this painful situation, what are you learning? What do you want to do? You can give it a chance, you can work it out, but you know, you can't force it. You can only align with it. And I think that you are doing the right thing by aligning with your higher self, what your higher self wants. Peace, individuality, coming out of depression, coming out of sadness, and also making sure that you're not overextending yourself. What is the advice? So you have the Three of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Strength, and the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So here is the thing. A lot of you, I do strongly feel like here that you're going to become stronger in the near future when it comes to this situation about the direction of your future. There is a strong sense of purpose, strong sense of vision that you're going to gain in order for you to move forward. And a lot of you, you're going to have strong financial status, strong financial situation, that you're not going to be dependent on anyone to make you happy. I'm not saying you are now, but just in general, you have places to go, you have a strong vision. And if somebody here is going to share this vision with you and they're ready to go to places, that's a different story. But you also do not mind just being on your own and doing your own thing. So dear Sagittarius, this is what I had for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you. I greatly appreciate you. Keep that beautiful smile back up, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.